tweet this link out. Whoops, that's not what I want. Here we go. Alright, let's see if anybody shows up. Oh, looks like somebody's here. Maybe, allegedly. I'm just gonna turn you guys a little bit. Hello, I'm just getting the stream pulled up on my computer so I can read the comments. And Catrice, hi! Good to see you. And I will always, till the end of time, say good to see you, even though I'm not seeing you for real. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah. Oh, looks like more people are trickling in. Awesome. I'm just getting the comments pulled up on my computer and muting my voice. And looks like In Anna's Descent says, hey there, hey guys, good to have you and glad you can join. I have Stell Bell says hi. Oh, hi Brooke. Oh, thank you. Would love the haircut. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I love this haircut. I prefer my hair short to begin with, and it was getting really long, so I needed this haircut so badly. And the funny thing is, it still feels long to me. I've had it as short as a pixie cut before, so this is not that short to me, even though everyone at work is just like, oh my gosh, you cut so much hair off. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it is a lot of hair. Plus my hair is really thick. It might not look it, but I have really thick hair, and my hair is just, it's got its own personality. It's pretty funny. Hi Wilbert, did you hear me talking? Willie's in the room, but I'm not gonna scoop him right now because he just got comfy in his bed. And my green tea is blocking the comments, so Peggy says, hey, and Stella says, short hair, always great. Agreed. Tracy says, hello, and a smiley face from Stelbell. I like your name, by the way. I think that's cute. Megan says, hi, all. And Brooke says, oh my god, where did you get your Hufflepuff sweater? Brooke, I got this on the Wander Writers Retreat. I got it at Hot Topic. When we were on the Wander Writers Retreat, I was with a group of girls who were mostly riding rides, and other people were shopping. And I believe it was Bree, like the girl, we kind of all came back together as a group, and it was Bree, I'm pretty sure, who had a bag of Hot Topic stuff, and she pulled out this Harry Potter jacket, and I'm like, where did you get that? And she's like, Hot Topic. I'm like, and she's like, and it's on sale. I'm like, I have to go to Hot Topic right now. So I got this sweater, which is just amazing. It's like this cute little like half sweater thing, and then I also got a Hufflepuff jean jacket. So I got that on the Wander Writers Retreat. Brooke, you were there. Well, I don't know if you were there when I got the, I think you were on a ride or something when I got the sweater. Or were you, I don't know, my brain today, guys. It was a busy day at work, so I apologize if half the things I say is mush. Amara says, a pixie cut would be cute on you. Thank you. I haven't done it since high school. That was when I was very brave. I went from having hair literally down to my knees in middle school to a bob, like to here in junior high, and then high school. I'm like, pixie cut! And I did it, and it was really fun, but it takes forever. Well, it takes forever to grow it out, but my hair grows fairly fast, but it kind of was an awkward length for a while I was growing it out. It was either I had to cut it frequently because my hair grows so fast, or you have to wait for it to get out of the awkward phase, so it's a balancing game. And Sam says, your hair looks good. Hi Sam, good to see you. Miss Maddie Reed says, yay, I'm finally joining in on one of your write-ins. I've watched your old ones, but always missed them when they were live. Oh, thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad you could be here. Catherine says, hello, it's a bit low volume in my car. Oh, you're driving? Okay, can everybody hear okay? Let me see if I can, well, that's the volume on my phone. Oh man, that's not gonna help the stream. I will definitely try to project my voice as much as possible and drink lots of liquids so I'm not losing my voice. And let's see, I have thick hair too. I need a Ravenclaw one. I'm pretty sure they had Ravenclaw ones, although it was back in the summer, so I don't know if these still have them, but all for the Ravenclaws. People say hello, and I baked my head like Mr. Clean. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Wow, that's a brave haircut. See, the one thing I haven't done is shave my head. I've done pretty much everything else with my hair except for like I when that half shaved thing was in style, there was a tiny part of me like where it was like the flip over and the other side was shaved. I was like, that's tempting. But I decided against it. I wasn't brave enough. Let's see. Ravenclaw represent. Hi, I missed AuthorTube. I know, I love AuthorTube. It's my happy place. Oh my goodness, it is so good to have so many of you guys. This was so last minute that I didn't know if anyone was actually going to show. Because well, for one thing, I want to apologize to you guys that I didn't get a video out this Monday. I was really busy this weekend with writing and revising and all of that. On the bright side, I did finish the first act of my novel and it's done and ready to go. Well, I think it needs like one more like little cleanup, but as far as like the big picture stuff, it is ready for my beta readers. It's just crazy. So I'm so sorry, but I swear it was for a good cause that I missed posting a video on Monday. I will try to make up for it with some bonus content coming up here soon. It's been really hard balancing all of this at the same time, and I'm working a full-time job, and you know, my husband needs attention, and I have a dog, and oh, he left the room. I did have a dog, he's gone now. So I apologize for that, but thank you so much, you guys, for your love and understanding and your support. And oh, hi Becca, good to see you, good to have you. Let's see, Peggy says I can't do that anymore. Have your hair cut that short, I'll be disowned. The volume is a whisper. Oh no, that's really weird. Is anybody else having troubles with volume? I think I've seen 2 volume related contents. 2 volume related comments. So if you guys are having troubles hearing me, let me know. I don't think there's anything wrong with the volume. Is anybody else having troubles with volume? Let me know. And then congrats, that's amazing. Let's see. A lot of people saying hello to each other and what's up, and people saying that they're excited to write. Yes, I'm excited to write too. Miss Maddie says that the volume's fine on their end. Okay, so I don't know, it might just be if you're in a vehicle driving, it might just be hard to hear. I know when I listen to my audiobooks on my phone in my car, it tends to not work very well, so maybe it's something to do with that. I apologize. Again, I am projecting as best as I can, I hope. It was cutting in and out at first, but it seems okay now. I can hear things, I can hear just fine, don't worry. Yeah, no worries at all, guys. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Becky. I'm not a fan of, I think I'm missing a conversation, but yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are here and ready to write. It seems like everybody's like ready and raring to go. I am, let's see, I am doubling up via phone and computer. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess, I'm just glad to be here and write. Yeah, sorry for the issues, Catherine, but thank you for being patient. I really appreciate that. And again, yeah, volume is weird and all that good stuff. Oh, you called Becca Becky. Got it. Okay. I was like, Becky? Was there a Becky in here? I was confused for a second. That makes sense. All right. So I am working on the second act of my novel, and I'm redoing a huge, well, actually I'm rewriting pretty much all of it. I'm really deep into rewrites. My goal is to have it done before the end of the month. The second act, not my novel. So I have a lot of work to do, and that's part of why I wanted to do this stream also, is because I have a lot of work to do, and this holds me very accountable. So, uh-oh, the sound's off and the picture's bad. Oh no, uh-oh, that's really weird. Yeah, mine's cutting in and out every so often. Okay, 1 second, guys, I'm gonna just check to make sure. The stream keeps freezing. Okay, I tried reloading. Huh, I don't know why. It's not saying I'm having any issues with... Sorry, guys, I don't know why we're having technical difficulties. Okay, I don't know why it's freezing, cutting out again. Oh no, oh no. Not good, not good. Okay, I don't know how to troubleshoot this. Hang on. No, that's not. Yeah, I don't know, guys, because I'm not having any Wi-Fi issues. And that's really weird seeing my face on the computer. Mine's cutting out too. Fine on my end. Oh no! I would suggest if you want to try reloading, do you have Wi-Fi 5G? Sometimes that works better when I'm on it. I don't know if I have that. I'm streaming from my phone. Working pretty well on the scale of things, though, no. Okay, now mine is buffering. Oh no! I mean, the only other thing I can think of is to restart the stream and hopefully the video is now showing that it's buffering? That's weird. Oh, that's weird. There you are. Can you guys see or hear me? I have one person say that they can see me. Yes, I can. Now you're back. Yes, I don't think I did anything. That is so weird. Hello from Indonesia. It's working better on my computer than on my phone. I can see and hear you. I can see and hear you thanks to my phone with some glitches. It's buffering off and on now. I can see and hear you, but it keeps glitching. I can see and hear you, but it keeps cutting out. And now I can't hear you anymore now that I'm typing. Oh no. Bye, Amara. Thanks for joining. If you can hear me, that is. I mean, we can try to go a little bit longer if you guys want, and if it keeps cutting out, okay. Oh, why does it have to be dumb? It's been so good. I haven't had any complications in a long time. I can hear you. That's so bizarre, because let's see. Might have to reload it. Let's see, I heard you. Okay, well, let's go a little bit longer, and if you guys run into any more technical issues, let me know right away, and worst comes to worst, we might just have to restart the stream fresh. That's the hard thing about it. Keeps glitching, and then I'm 10 seconds behind. I can see and hear most of the time. It's only every now and then when it glitches. That is so bizarre because normally it gives me like this little like flashing thing at the top where it says that I have a bad Wi-Fi connection, so then I know that it's not good. The glitching has stopped for now. Okay. Okay, we'll try a little bit longer and we'll see if we can get it to comprehend that we're just trying to write and we want it to be nice. And if we keep running into issues, then I'll just reload it and all of that. It's stopped for now. Maybe we should keep going. Yeah, I think we're going to keep going. And like I said, if you guys have any more issues, please put those in the comments right away so that I'm aware of it. Maybe it's a good time to do a sprint right now. Just to break up the dumbness of glitches, because gotta love that. I mean, I'm streaming from my phone, so it's not like it's the best thing, but it's better than what I've found when I streamed on my laptop. I feel like that kind of goes haywire quickly. So we'll just keep rolling and we'll just hope for the best and it'll all be great like that. So let's see. I'm so confused. What is happening in my book right now? I don't know. What is happening in your book right now? If you guys want to share more information about your projects, definitely do that in the comments because I think it's really fun to learn more about people's projects. Sometimes I can't read everything just because the comments are moving so quickly, but I think it's awesome to share. I don't know either. Oh, okay. Well, you'll figure it out, or your characters will maybe be nice and tell you. I know how that goes because I definitely had to rework my plot again because a few things just weren't working with the middle of my stories, the bane of my existence as far as writing goes. But I have learned a lot from this novel. I have made a lot of mistakes, and I have also had a lot of successes. And yes, I agree, Stelville, writing is hard. So it's all about practice, 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 and I can just feel myself getting better the more I do it. So I think it is time for us to do the writing thing and all that fun stuff. So how about at 20 after we go for a nice, easy 10 minutes? How does that sound? I'm rewriting and beginning again. I totally feel your pain. I think I've rewritten my novel like 4 times now, like from the ground up. I mean, I stopped and thought about how dramatically my novel has changed. Like one of my main like helper characters was the villain at one point. They were once an animal instead of a person. Like just all of these crazy things that have changed about my book. So I totally know how that goes. Writing is hard, but so exciting. I agree, Catherine. It is very exciting. It keeps you on your toes for sure. My second act is moving really slow. I wish I could be in the third act already. I know, right? And I do a 4-act structure, which sometimes helps with breaking up that second act because a lot of times I struggle with the second act because it just felt like this big, heavy, bloated thing. So breaking it up into acts 2 and 3 really made my life easier. And then act 4 is kind of like the ending portion of the story. I need to make a video about my 4-act structure stuff that I do, even though I learned it from a virtual write-in that I did a while back, but it wasn't, I don't think it's on the website anymore. I think it was for one of the pitch contests had someone host it, and I don't think it's on there anymore. So add that to the to-do list. I've started on my NPs so many times. Now I've completely switched genres, which is fun. Oh, that's really cool. I've been thinking about writing something a little bit lighter in a future project just for the sake of breaking things up, so I definitely know how that goes. My novel's changed so much. I've added 3 more points of view and magic. Wow, that is a lot. Practice, practice, practice. The song from the Swan Princess. Anyone remember that? I do remember that. Oh, I love the Swan Princess. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm working on a YA dark fantasy about a child trying to rescue his father from a labor camp under Baltimore City that's run by goblins. Ooh, anything with goblins, you have my attention. And I am talking too much. And it is time for us to do a sprint. Are you guys ready? Because I think we need to be ready. So I'm going to just get a timer. And again, if we run into any issues where the stream is being wacky, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to hit go. And you guys can start. I'm just going to look at the last bits of comments. Yeah, we're talking about the songs. I just can't imagine you writing horror. You are so friendly. I get that a lot, so don't worry. My brain goes dark places. I think it's just the way I've always been wired. Like when I was a little girl, I was just always drawn to spooky things. I at one point told ghost stories on the playground, and I'm trying to remember. I think I got in trouble once for doing that. I went to a Catholic school too, so it was probably really taboo. I was telling like stories about werewolves and kids that haunted the school and just like all sorts of morbid things like that. And I've always been drawn to that. I think it started with like Hocus Pocus is one of my favorite movies, and I watched that when I was a little kid, and I wanted to be a witch more than anything else. And I would watch The Addams Family, and I wanted to be Wednesday Addams, like really bad. Like I wanted to dye my hair black so I could be Wednesday Addams someday. I don't know. I've just always been drawn to spooky things. So, yeah, I'm scared of everything and I probably would have nightmares about my own books if I wrote horror. Yeah, for some reason I'm able to disconnect. I actually am weird in that I've only recently started watching horror movies cuz everyone in my family does not like horror at all, so I never was in an environment where horror was like encouraged or embraced. And it's only recently that I've started watching scary movies because I don't like jump scares. Like, I startle really easily. Like, you can just say my name and I like jump, oh, and knock my computer over. So I don't like jump scares. I love reading spooky stories, but there's no jump scares with that. So I don't know. It's part of the contradiction that is me. Coraline was the end of my horror adventures. Oh, I love Coraline. I love Coraline. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Is that a porg hanging out in the background? Yes, it is. It's my Lego porg. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. I know you're trying to write, and I'm sitting here yakking away. If you follow me on Instagram, I built this little guy out of Legos, and yes, his mouth opens and closes, his wings flap. Like, my husband got me this Lego set for Christmas, and I purposely did not let myself like finish it in one sitting because I wanted to use it as a motivator for writing. So I would like let myself work on the porg a little bit in between things. And he's my favorite. I love him so much. So yes, the porg is watching over us to make sure we are writing and living our best lives. Oh, it's fun like that. Let's see. I love the dark, right? Adult fantasy and the darker side. You keep doing you. Thank you. I can't handle jump scares. I'm so easily spooked. Right? Same. Although, I mean, there's been a few horror movies where they had jump scares, but I still absolutely love them. I really loved the new It movie and Get Out. That was probably one of my favorite movies of, was it last year that came out? Like, that movie, like, oh my god, I love that movie, and I can't wait for, is it Jordan Peele is the director? He has a new movie coming out called Us that looks terrifying, and I can't wait to see it because it kind of reminds me of a Junji Ito story. Like, it's kind of giving me the same vibes as one of his stories called Army of One, so I'm excited. I'm all sorts of excited. And then, let's see, people are excited about the porg. Catherine says, my agent loves my dark fantasy horror book. I love writing psychological horror. Ooh, psychological horror is fun too. Mine tends to end up being like fantasy horror, kind of, sort of. It's fun. Let's see. Ketra says, I remember, but I had no idea who was still assembled. Oh yeah, he's staying assembled for good. Like, he definitely needs to stay assembled. Let's see, and then Stelbeth says, although I'm only 13. Oh wow, you're only 13. Well, thank you for joining us. Brooke says, Us looks fantastic. Also, Brightburn. Brightburn, I haven't heard of that. I need to check that out. And then my work in progress has torture in it. Oh, yeah, that's a little horrific. In Anna says, oh my god, I just saw the trailer for Us yesterday and it definitely creeped me out. I love that trailer. I've watched it way more times than I should admit. I love the way they interspersed the music with it, and they took this very like chill, relaxing song and kind of gave it a double meaning that fits into the plot of the movie. Like, oh, it's just, I'm geeking out. I'm sorry. I geek out about this kind of stuff. How long have you been going? We've only been going for about 25 minutes, and I've been talking a lot. So you're just in time if you're just joining us. And Brooke says, oh my god, look up Brightburn's trailer. It's like, oh, it's that one! It's the one with, like, the kid who's like Superman, but it's like horror Superman. It's like if Superman was evil. Yes, I remember seeing that trailer. Yes, Brooke, I agree. That thing looks terrifying and awesome. I want to see that movie too. Catherine says, by the way, I love you, Alex. Oh, thank you. Oh, I love you too. You guys are sweet. And then In Anna's Descent says, yes, that song. Yeah, I think it's called I Got Five on it, if I remember correctly. And it's a song about splitting a purchase on something that's slightly illegal. And I thought that was really interesting because if you watch the imagery in the trailer for Us, it's all about splits and about having like your mirror image and being split from it. So I think there was something done intentionally there. So I don't know. I love it when I find. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking in a second here. But I come from a family that is a bunch of movie buffs, and I love movies like way more than I talk about, but I know a lot about movies, and I love when things correlate like that, and when it's just like all those parts are stitched together, like the music is feeding into the themes and the visuals, and just all of the pieces are put together. I love a well-directed movie. So, yep, I should stop talking. That sounds cool. Gonna have to check it out. There was this one trailer with you on my sunshine, and it was super creepy. And then it's like an imaginary friend, and I had nightmares for like a week. Oh no! Catherine says, "What are you working on?" I should be working on my novel. And I'm gonna open this notebook up to make it seem like I'm working on my novel. I'm working on Act 2 of my novel that I am trying to have ready by March 1st so that I can enter Author Mentor Match, and I'm really excited about it. And the thing is, I know that there's definitely a very good chance that I won't get into Author Mentor Match because there's only so many mentors, and I'm sure there's a ton of people that are going to be, you know, submitting for Author Mentor Match, but I really am excited about just the challenge of getting my manuscript ready and good to go for something. Like, it's lighting this fire underneath me that I think it's what I need. So regardless of what happens when I submit my story, I'm gonna feel so good and so proud of myself for really pushing myself. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very good. Brooke says to Anna, do it. I love with the, I can read. I'm in love with the quality horror movies coming out this year. Agreed. And then Carrie B says, Alex, you need a non-writing stream where you can just talk and nerd out. It's adorable. Thank you. You're right. I have a few ideas for like non-writing related content for my channel coming up here where it does involve nerding out a little bit, so stay tuned for that. It probably won't happen till after my novel is done for Author Mentor Match, but hopefully soon I can have something like that. But you're right, having a stream where we can just like chat with each other sounds really fun too. Or I don't know if I could like figure out a way to like, I should stream Stardew Valley. Oh my god, that would be wonderful, because I was trying to think of a video game in my head where I won't make people enraged by how terrible I am at video games, and that game, I can play that game. I'm bad at controls, but I can play Stardew Valley with the best of them, so maybe sometime I could do a game stream or something like that. Cool. Oh yeah, Pet Sematary is coming out. That looks really good too. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because, oh no. Yep, we got 20 seconds left on this sprint and I talked the whole time. Guys, yell at me to stop talking. I'm sorry, and you guys were probably trying to concentrate this entire time and I was talking the entire time, so I apologize for that. And I'm distracting you guys by talking about video games. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll do better. And there's time. Okay, not my best sprint. Probably my worst sprint, considering I did absolutely nothing. We're just a bunch of enablers. Thank you, Wendy. Oh man, see, this is what happens when I've had a long day. It wasn't a bad day, it was just a long day, and it's been a long couple of days because I'm having cramps, and all my ladies out there know that sucks. So I've been exhausted, I've been in excruciating pain, I've been swamped at work, I've been trying to write in the morning and getting up early, and I've been trying to stay up late, but last night I crashed on the couch around 8 o'clock and I did not get up. And I couldn't work on writing last night, and you have days like that sometimes, and it's part of being human. We've been sprinting. We're sprint yet. Yeah, sorry guys. I listened to you while I wrote. Oh, I'm glad that you guys were able to. Okay, so some words happened. 109. That is fantastic. Let's see. I was distracted. 146. See, that's a really good word count. Oh, Alex, poor you. I got half a chapter planned, so that wasn't too bad. I hate cramps. Poor Alex, I feel your pain. Yes, cramps are not fun at all. We say, and we're writing, and we're not actually writing. Yeah, we're not actually writing. I'm sorry. This is one of those times where it's like, you know those like tweets where it talks about how you say I'm about to write and then you check Twitter for like 3 hours. It's kind of like that. Yeah, no, thank you guys. You were very sweet. And somehow video games ended up being in my fantasy world. How did that happen? I'm sorry to hear you're in pain. No, thank you so much, guys. I'm feeling much better today. Julia says cramps are the worst. They are. They really are. I'm feeling much better, like this evening, especially this morning. I kind of felt like a sack of potatoes. Like I just, I was just. That's why I wore this sweater, because I made it look like I was dressed up for work, and I'm wearing a skirt, and it made it look like I was dressed up nice, and instead I was a lumpy sack of potatoes underneath. Sorry to hear you're in pain. Cramps are the worst. 16 words on a discussion that's due tonight. So not what I need right now, but making progress. Yay for progress! Yes, Stella says potatoes. Potatoes is my answer to everything. Brooke, was it at the Wander Writers Retreat where I talked about... I think it was at the Wanderers Writer Retreat where I talked about how if I get a troll comment, I'm just going to use the word potato. I think that's when I brought that idea up of just saying the word potato. That's my weapon. My weapon of choice is potatoes. I'm part Irish. It makes sense. Catherine says cramps are bad. They are bad. And then Tegan says, all I can say is whoops, try again later. I really hope you feel better, Alex. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. And you guys stuck around even though I was being a bump on a log here chatting away. Brooke says, you did, and it was so hilarious. Yes, okay, it was on the retreat. Yes, because we were talking about troll comments, and I really don't get very many troll comments, which is, I mean, I thank the Lord every day for that, but I never really had a chance to use my potato line, and someday I will use it. The potato is mightier than the troll. I like that. I should get a tattoo of that. Random person says, I'm late. It's okay, random person, because I'm rambling. I'm distracting everyone. And then Steven says, I'm part Irish as well. Yay! Yeah, I think I'm like a quarter Irish, I think. Something like that. I'm mostly like Irish, German, Swedish, some other things. Yeah, I'm a mix of like 50,000 things. Alright, okay. So I am going to make it up to you guys. And we are going to do a 15-minute sprint at 40. Let's go at 40. 40 after. And then I will be quiet. Hopefully. And okay, my computer just like, or my screen just froze for a second there, so I freaked out and was like, no, don't go away, don't freak out on me. Let's see, I'm stealing the potatoes line when I get a troll comment, but I don't get those at all for now. Yes, knock on wood, no troll comments. Miss Maddie says I'm Irish and Italian. Laura says I made it too, had to work late again. Yay, thank you for joining us. And in Anna's Descent says Heinz 57. Yep, that's pretty much exactly what I am. Katra says, I left for a few. What did I miss? You missed me talking too much. It just feels good to talk. It just feels good to hang out with you guys. Like, this is just a really good stress relief for me. Like, to be completely honest, after having like a long day, a long week, just needing to be with my people, to be with my fellow writers. It just feels really good. So I'm really glad you guys could be here. Dean says, it's okay, random person. We've only done one writing sprint and everyone forgot to write. There's a few people that wrote. There was a few Golden Star students. The teacher though, the teacher was very distracted. Ooh, new sprint. Wendy, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. We're going to sprint this time. I promise. All right, you got 5 minutes to talk. Ooh, that's a good point. Yes, 5 minutes to get it out of my system. You think after 25 minutes of talking, 35 minutes of talking, I'd be good. Sometimes dialogue gets rare during. Dialogue gets rare during sometimes. Is that fine? I can try to add some, but it doesn't come out of me in this specific book. Dialogue for me is something that comes very naturally. Case in point, I'm not shutting up. But as far as like when you're writing, it's kind of like description doesn't always come out in my first drafts, and I more make notes about what description needs to be added later and after the fact. So if you need to more just kind of give yourself notes about the conversation that needs to happen as opposed to actually having the conversation, don't worry about it. Like, it's okay. Like, sometimes you just gotta, you know, embrace that it might not come out the way you want the first time. This is fun, Alex. It's fun getting to chat with you. It's fun chatting with you guys too. Capture said, I got 81 words back on the other one, by the way. Yay! And then in Anna's Descent says, my mom always calls us Heinz 57. I've got German, Italian, Irish, Dutch, and who knows what else. And I will sprint this time. I will too. I will too. We will all sprint. We got 2 more minutes. I got 25 words during the last sprint. Hey, Carrie, that's more words than me. You're winning. Stella Bell says, my goal is to sprint. This sprint is to write. That is a good goal. That should be my goal too. Because I need to figure out what I'm doing, how I'm going to do it, and all that good stuff. Tegan says, I am struggling with dialogue horribly. I have an entire chapter that seems to be nothing but dialogue, and one character sighing constantly. Yeah, I have a lot of nodding and smiling that happens in the first draft of my dialogue. I've been in theater my whole life, so I have a better sense of dialogue naturally because I'm used to seeing like the dialogue broken up. It's adding the action to it that's kind of my downfall, but try to just see it like a script to begin with. Like, don't even put any like tags on it or actions or anything like that, because then it kind of forces the other character to be a part of the conversation. Like, you can't just say they nodded. Like, they need to like force it that they actually need to say something and contribute something to the conversation. And see what your character does, because I think it'll bring out kind of naturally what your character's response will be based on, you know, who they are as a person. So maybe give that a shot. Random person says, it's not everybody talks, but when I have a clump of dialogue, I try to get it out while not talking in that way. I'm not sure if I understand the question, random person. I'm so sorry. It sounds so weird saying random person. It's not everybody talks, but then I have to but when I have a clump of dialogue, I try to get it out. Okay, I think I know what you mean. First drafts for me are telling yourself the story, whatever it means to you, and if it's easier, you can use my actual name instead of my handle. I'm Angelique. Oh, okay, perfect. Hi, Angelique. I love that name. It's so pretty. Stabel says, my character is kind of bad at talking in one of the stories. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, if a character's bad at talking, bring that awkwardness into how they use their word choice. Or if they have trouble speaking, bring that into how they structure their sentences, or how they struggle to structure their sentences, or maybe they misuse words, or they don't know how to, you know, get their sentences out, or they ramble a lot. Like me, I can be your muse. Things like that. It's to start the sprint, but I'm seeing a few more comments. My editor told me my characters are Cheshire cats and they grin way too much. Aw, that's a nice way to put it though. Like, they're all smiley. That's cute. Tegan says, oh my god, Alex, that's a brilliant idea. Considering my characters are talking on the phone, I should ask my sister, who's in drama, to read dialogue with me. Yes, that's a good idea. Did I only miss the warm-up? Yes, you missed the warm-up and you missed me talking too much. And I need to... No! Sprint! Yes, I agree, Stelbell. It's time to sprint. I'm a full-time editor myself, and it took a while for me to get better at editing my own work. Time to sprint, says Steven. Yes, I agree. Okay, I'm starting the timer. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. Brooke, just Alex, sprint. Okay, I'm gonna drink some tea. I think it's the sugar too that's getting to me. Okay, go. No, don't look at Twitter. Don't look at Twitter. It's like looking at Medusa. Don't look it in the eye. And if it looks like I'm like just sitting here and copying and pasting chunks into my manuscript, it's because there's a few parts of my original manuscript that I'm moving over to. I'm doing this draft in Word docs just to change my view a little bit. So I'm sitting here just adding a few pieces to my Word doc and all that good stuff. Oh, thank God. Okay. I'm sorry I'm talking, but this is something I need to share because I thought I just lost these words. Like, I thought this chunk of my story just didn't save for some reason, and I was planning on rewriting it, and I found it. How do you lose words? I lost words. I've been looking everywhere for this, and I accidentally saved it in, because I have my Scrivener document broken up into like the different, like the complicating action, the midpoint, and like then by chapters, but this just accidentally got put in the Act 2 folder instead of in the complicating action where it was supposed to go. Oh, thank God. Oh, okay. I didn't lose it. I didn't lose it. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, I'm sorry. I will stop distracting you guys. If you guys are just joining, we are doing a sprint for 10 more minutes, and so far I've managed to be quiet, which is a miracle. open. I keep accidentally clicking on Twitter. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure nobody's having any troubles. Okay. Okay, everybody's fine. I'm exiting out of Twitter. No more Twitter. Okay. about 4 minutes left. So keep working. I'm just trying to decide what to do. Notebook. Let's bullet journals out. Alright, we got a minute left, so keep going. Alright, that is time. How did you guys do? Report back. didn't talk very much that time, so I'm sure that alone made this a much more productive sprint, right? I mean, it had to have. So if you guys were sprinting and actually going for word count, feel free to report your words or just let me know what you were working on. I'm doing some blocking for the scene that I'm rewriting, just because I want to make sure there's a few things that need to be sprinkled in the dialogue, certain clues, certain dangling clauses that need to just kind of make sure they're getting in there. So I'm making sure that I don't forget, because sometimes I get so caught up in writing a scene that it doesn't matter how much planning I do with a scene, it never goes fully the way I intended to. Either the dialogue changes it or the characters kind of do something more organic to what their nature is. So I need to make sure these pieces get in there, regardless of what they feel like doing. Ooh, let's see here. 426 words for Stellabelle. That's awesome. I really don't want to, but I have to go. Oh no, my food is waiting. Well, food is waiting. You gotta go. That's okay. I do not judge. I wasn't that hungry before, so I didn't really eat that much, and now I'm starting to get hungry. So go eat, be merry, and whatnot. Julie says, I got a whole chapter planned and then some. Ooh, and then some. Miss Maddie got 214. Good job. Tracy got 1,003 words. Holy crap! That is amazing. Congratulations. Catra's got 174. Catherine got 499. That is awesome. Yes, bye, random person. Samantha says, I had a horrible time. My tabs crashed and nothing worked. So far, I've written 2 paragraphs the whole write, and that's okay. That's still progress. That is still better than nothing. So don't be worried. Sometimes there are technical difficulties that are beyond your control, and you just got to try to do as much as you can and not sweat it, because trust me, I overthink and stress about everything, and when I tell you not to stress, I'm an expert on stress, so I'm telling you not to stress. 354 for Carrie. Michaela, around 2 handwritten paragraphs. Ooh, I love handwriting. So fun. Laura got 311. Scrivener's not responding for 5 minutes of those. 5 of those minutes. Oh, Scrivener, why? Why would you be that way? Megan got 283. Amazing job. Katra says, my theater geeks out there, would you sacrifice a crucial audition for the sake of getting a puppy? I am a theater geek. How crucial are we talking? And I mean, it's a puppy. I'm sorry, I'm a dog person, so I'd probably go with the puppy, but I mean, can you reschedule the opportunity to get a puppy, or can somebody go on your behalf to get the puppy, or is there some way around it, possibly? Can you have both? I want both. Let's see. I'm writing by hand, so I have to stop to find words. No worries. 289 for Wendy, and then that's with helping my kids in the bath. Whoa, you did both of those at the same time? I'm impressed. I got 1 page of 4-page sample edit done. I really hope this client will pick me as her editor. Yes, that would be amazing. Oh, that's awesome. Puppies first. So far, I'm a believer in the Comic Sans hack. Yes, I've been seeing it on Twitter, and I think it was Alexa Dunn who just did a video on it, and I really want to try it, but I'm also kind of terrified to try it. I don't know. Is there Comic Sans on Microsoft Word? But hang on, or not Microsoft Word. I don't have Microsoft Word. On Google Docs. All right. Is there Comic Sans? Or is there like a wannabe Comic Sans? Comic Sans, here we go. Oh, that just looks wrong. Ew! Oh, it looks like, oh my goodness. I don't know if I can get, that's so weird. Okay, I will experiment more with this later, but if you want to try the Comic Sans hack and report back for science, I would be totally happy with that. Because Wendy says that you're a believer in the Comic Sans hack, so I don't know, I'm interested. Let's see, Angelique says, I'm amazed at these word counts. I got 254 of world building. I'm gonna have to work on my sprinting business. Sprinting takes some stamina to build up. Like when I first started sprinting, when I started doing NaNoWriMo, it was like, how is anybody writing more than like 30 words in 30 minutes? Like I'm so confused. And then get a little bit faster and you get a little bit faster. Brooke, you did a video on all about like improving your word count. That was the one where you ate mayo, right? That video just made me, I loved it because it was just awesome, but the mayo part, I was just like, bleh. Like, I felt so bad for you. Go watch Brooke's video if you haven't, where she practices sprinting and she like has a punishment that she had to eat mayo if she didn't get like a certain amount of words within her time limit. Don't remind me about the mayo. Sorry, Brooke. Ripped that wound open. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Maybe don't take quite that drastic of measures, guys. Miss Maddie says, I'm not a dog person, so I wouldn't. Oh, but I love dogs. My dog will be back eventually. I'll hold him up to the camera. He's cute. He thinks he's a cat though. Like he sunbathes like a cat. He's a weirdo. It's a musical, and my high school rarely does musicals. If I get in, nobody can be home with a new puppy. Oh no, and no, I can't reschedule. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. It really, I don't know. I wish I could give you good advice, but it's just deciding what feels right. That's really what it comes down to. Miss Maddie says I'm going to try the Comic Sans hack. Brooke wants to try it. Tegan has to go family time now. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good night. Julie says it took a lot of getting used to, but the Comic Sans does work. I don't know. Comic Sans just is so, but you know what? I don't know. Let's see. Brooke says, I think it's called How to Write Faster for NaNoWriMo. That sounds right. It was something like that, but I loved that video. I loved that video, even though it was cringing at the mayo part. Mayo. Becca, haha, that mayo. That was the best video, Brooke. I subbed to Buy the Brook this past week, and I will be looking for that one. Yes, I recommend checking that one out for sure. Brooke says, thank you for pitying my mayo experience. You're much braver than I am. I never, ever would be able to... Nope. Catherine says, see, I've always been the opposite. I can never understand how people couldn't write a lot. When I was in school, my grades were docked because I wrote too much. Right? What? Too much? You can write too much? Those teachers should have been so excited that somebody's actually writing. Like, I question that. Wendy says, sorry, Brooke. Stella Bell says, I have, let's see, I got into my school musical and I'm really happy. I never did the musical, but, like, I always was in, like, the spring play where it was the not musical, because I can't sing or dance or walk in a straight line for that matter. Let's see here. See. No, it's alright. I'll figure it out. Maybe I can do stage crew again. I haven't performed in a show all year. Oh, okay, just stage crew. See, I always wanted to do crew, but I just never got around to it. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know. That could be fun too. You can find a way. You can find a way to balance it. I'm sure you can. Ketra says, also congrats, Stella Bell. And then Brooke says, that's horrible that teachers weren't encouraging more writing. Right? Like, that makes me sad. Although I once had a teacher who docked me points on an assignment because I had already read the play. It was The Crucible. I had already been in the play The Crucible and we were reading it for class. She's like, well, what do you expect to learn from this? And I said, or it was something like, what do you expect is going to happen within the story? I'm like, oh, well, I'm actually, you know, familiar with it already because I was in the play The Crucible, so I'm familiar with the material. And the teacher docked me points and said that I should have put something that I hope to relearn or something like that. And I'm like, what? You're penalizing me for being familiar with the material. That's questionable. But that teacher was questionable to begin with. Let's see. Be right back. I need to get a snack. Be right back. I read that backwards for some reason. The literary madman has arrived, albeit late. Is he too late? Will there be another write-in to join at a later date? Sorry, Alexander Black, I always have to read your stuff over dramatic because that's just fun. We can keep going. Like, we can definitely keep going. I think it's good for all of us to just get some work done. We've been going for about an hour. I talked for like half of it, so I think we can keep going. If you guys need to go, totally understand, but I think we're gonna keep going. And Brooke says, what the actual word? I don't understand teachers. Yeah, every so often you run into teachers like that, but you know what? The vast majority of teachers are amazing, and yes, I'm saying this because my husband's a teacher, and I want to support all the teachers in the world because I think they're awesome, and they do something that not a lot of people have the stamina or the ability to do, and if you're a teacher and you're watching this, thank you so much for what you do. I so appreciate it, because my husband teaches 3rd grade, and he gets his butt kicked all the time, so I totally think that you're amazing if you are a teacher, because that's hard. It's really hard. I worked as a tutor for a while, and even that was challenging, and it was just like one-on-one interaction or small group interaction. Like, kids are tough, and it's so tricky finding a balance with that, but I love teachers. I love them, but yeah, sorry if you guys have had a bad teaching experience. That's always too bad, but let's see. Hope to relearn. What is that teacher even doing? Yes, that's what I thought too when I saw it. Let's see. Do you ever feel you sacrifice the quality of your story or writing by that quickly, or having all of your oops, sorry, the chat moved. Do you ever feel you sacrifice the quality of your story writing by writing that quickly, or have you all developed a sprinting ability to the point that you can write fast and write well? Okay, so once upon a time, I realized that I'm a fast drafter, and what that means is that when I am writing the first draft of my novel, I need to get it out as fast as humanly possible because I overthink everything, and I will second guess an idea if I spend too much time starting out with it. So the faster I can get my initial draft out of me, the sooner I can prevent myself from talking myself out of writing it. So my first drafts are a hot mess because of that, because I write first drafts in usually about the length of Nano, like between like 3 to 4 weeks. I write my first draft. But they're messy. They're extremely messy. They're more like instructions on what the book is supposed to be than an actual story. So if you are writing fast and it's messy, don't feel bad about it, because I see it more as laying out the groundwork to build off of later. But that's my style, and that's what I prefer to do, because if I stop and slow down, I can write, that is very organized and pretty, but in that initial, I need to, like, especially with chapter books, I need to just get it out as fast as humanly possible. When it's a short story, though, I will try to write a short story all in one sitting, and pretty much everything I do with novels, I do the exact opposite with short stories, because, again, part of the contradiction, that is me. So with short stories, I take much more time, and it comes out much closer to what like a second draft or a third draft would look like, because I'm writing slower, but it's also I'm pantsing, so I'm taking more of my time to figure out what I want it to be. So it's all about experimenting, but if things end up messy because you're sprinting, that's normal. Like, don't feel like self-conscious if things are messy, or if you find that sprinting doesn't work for you because it turns into a hot mess and you're just overwhelmed by it and you need to slow down and be more methodical with it. You do you. That's what I say. Like, I always say, like, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, there's no wrong way to write a novel. I mean, unless I guess you're typing the word potato over and over, but even then, maybe that could count as like poetry or something. So it's all about finding what works best for you. So I'm very much adamant about experimenting. Like, that's why my novels are such a Frankenstein method, where it's like I'm just chopping pieces apart and gluing them back together, and then some silly string and confetti end up in there somehow, and it's like a demented clown. And Sorry, horror writer. So yeah, that was a little bit rambly, but I hope that helps a little bit with your question, Angelique. I hope that helps a little bit. And I've missed like half of the chat because I was babbling too much. Catherine says, I tend to write 6 to 8 hours a day, 1 to 5K a day. I wrote 25K between Sunday and Monday. Whoa, that is impressive. I wish I could do that. That is really good. Brooke says, oh, I should have said that I do support teachers, the good ones. Oh no, Brooke, don't worry, you didn't say anything wrong. No, I did not take what you said as that you're saying all teachers are bad or something. You're fine. You're fine. You are awesome. Catherine says, my hubby says I must write every day because I'm a very mean person when I don't write. My husband does that too sometimes where he's like, go write. You need to write. Why aren't you writing? Just go write. Let's see. Stelga says, I wish I had Alex as a teacher. Oh, thank you. And honestly, for a second there, I thought you meant my husband because if you're new here, my husband's name is also Alex. So I was like, huh, how did you know my husband's name was Alex? And I was like, duh. Sometimes I forget my own first name. But yeah, fun fact. My name is Alex and I'm married to an Alex. It makes paperwork fun. Let's see. Oh no, it like jumped. Ah, I missed like half the comments. Lots of comments about, let's see, 3rd grade, the period of my life when I discovered role playing. Oh, I love role playing. And I started writing. My husband teaches 4th grade, and yes, it is hard and underappreciated at times. Yes, 4th grade is also very challenging. My cousin is a teacher for special needs kids, and I think in the world of what she does, that's amazing. That, like, thank you to your cousin for that. My husband works with the city kids, and I'm an administrator for mathematics tutoring program, so I support good teachers. Yeah, my husband teaches in the cities too. It's really cool. He's got like amazing kids, like just like they're all so sweet. Yeah, obviously he runs into some kids being kids and having just moments where like, how did you get a paperclip in your mouth? Like that kind of stuff. But he works really, really hard. I can't write that fast as well, so I take my time, but at the same time, I want to write as much as I can in a day. Yeah, it's all about finding balance. One thing at a time. I definitely feel you. Even writing a sentence a day is more than you had the day before. I agree, Catherine. That's how I think. Welcome back, Stephen. Stephen says his internet cut out. Oh, well, thank you for rejoining. Carrie says, it's so weird. I overthink everything but writing. I want to steal that ability. I love sharing my work with others, so I never understood why some people, well, don't like to. See, for me, I don't know. I think it's because I always wanted to write creepier stuff, and I was afraid everyone was going to judge me when I was younger or think something was wrong with me. So I was very secretive about my writing for a really long time. I didn't want anybody looking at it. First drafts are always messy. I find getting the draft down is better if it sucks because it's something you can edit. Agreed. Oh, no, I jumped in. Now I'm tempted to spam the chat with potato. And my excuse will be, I was doing live poetry. I support the potato spamming, although I don't know if the chat will like block you after some point, so just be careful because I don't know if it'll like automatically shut it down. I worked the same first draft for 8 years and still haven't finished it because I started doubting every single thing. And you know what? Sometimes it's just a matter of evaluating if you need to take a break from a project and work on something else, or if you really want to keep pushing through with that, because I've had a couple projects where I've decided to shelf them for various reasons. I have one project that I realized my skills just aren't there yet. Like, there was just a lot of themes that I felt like I needed to have better writing skills before I was ready to tackle them, and it had a lot of sensitive issues that I really wanted to do justice. So I'm like, you know what, I gotta get better as a writer, and it's as simple as that. Like, I'm just not good enough yet, but I will be someday, and I will go back to that. If you guys remember Strange Manuscript, that was my novel I was working on 2 years ago now, and I want to go back to it someday. I will go back to it someday. It was the saggy middle. The saggy middle gets me every single time, but I'm much better now. I have more tools So maybe I'll go back to that one soon. Is there ever such a thing as a clean first draft? I thought the whole point of the first draft was to be half-crazed pile of ramblings. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is definitely a lot of times what my first drafts look like. I know there's some people, like I've had a discussion on, I think it was on Instagram, where we were discussing how some people actually feel like they write really clean first drafts and they felt self-conscious about it. And you know what? If you write really clean, awesome first drafts, don't feel self-conscious, because that's amazing. Like, and if you write really messy first drafts, that's amazing too. Brooke is saying, is it time for another sprint? Probably. I'm talking too much again. Oh, and I also accidentally just scrolled past a bunch of comments. Sorry, guys. Okay. I think it is time to sprint again. So I'm sorry guys if I missed some of your comments. I like accidentally scrolled past, so I'll try to like read through while we're doing it. But I'm going to set the timer. All right, are we feeling 20 minutes? 20 minutes? Do we want to go for 20 minutes? I think we can go for 20 minutes. Or do we want to go for 25 minutes? We'll do it at 20 after we'll start. Type what you guys think. 20, 25, or 30? We could do 30 if we're feeling bold. Or if we want to just get me to shut up for a little bit longer. Let's see, 20, 10. 20 would be great. And then 10 again. 10. Ooh, I like that idea of 20 then 10. 20 is great. 33 and in 3/4 or in 1/3 I can talk. 20 to 30. Okay, I think 20, 25. I'm feeling bold tonight. I should have counted these up as I went. 10, then maybe 20. I think, okay. Kind of even across the board here. Let's 9 3/4. Bonus points to you, Alexander. Okay, let's do 20. Let's do 20. I think we can do it. I believe in you guys. I know some of you wanted 10, but I believe in you. Rita says, I love your channel. You inspire me to write. Oh, thank you, Rita. That means the world to me when you guys say that stuff. Estelle Bell says, so we can recoup after writing. Yas, Alexander. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for 20, because I need to stop talking and I need to get some work done. And I believe in you guys. And when we hit 10 minutes around there, I'll keep an eye on the timer. I'll maybe stop and chat a little bit. But I put 20 on the clock. We got 1 minute left. And I will be outlining this novel finally, says Apple Trees. Oh, I love your name. I've been scared to outline because it's dark and it's about kidnapping. Just have a good balance of self-care in between working on it. Did I just see I think I just saw the comment, be quiet. Yes, stop, you're right, I do need to be quiet. Okay, timer started. But Apple Trees, I write a lot of dark stuff, so I'll like have a happy activity to do kind of intermittently with the writing the dark stuff to just kind of help myself, you know, stay balanced. So try to find something that makes you happy, like coloring or sewing or building Lego porgs if you're like me. Okay. Stop, while you be quiet. Okay, everybody be nice to each other. Don't worry, I do understand that I need to be quiet. Oh no, not you, Samantha. Oh, okay. Whoops. You could still. Oh, I totally missed part of that conversation. Crank's Panic at the Disco. See, I wish I could play music during this, but I'm pretty sure I would get a copyright strike, and that makes me mad because I want to play all my spooky music during this. She was talking to me. Okay. Don't worry, I didn't take offense to you saying quiet and be quiet anyway. If it was directed at me, which I understand it wasn't, but if it was, oh my god. Okay, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna stop talking. This is what happens when I'm overtired. So, Stelbell says, I'm laughing so much. Oh, good. At least I can be mildly entertaining. We're peers. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Cool. Oh, you're video calling right now. Oh, that's fun. Oh, I love it. Oh God, this is still in Comic Sans. No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Because right now I'm reading through my manuscript instead of writing it, so I'm not prepared yet. Whoops, and I forgot what font I was using originally. Okay, back to Arial. Arial, Arial, save me! Take me under the sea. It's not that Arial. Aw, I love that you guys are working on the write-in together. That's so sweet. Oh, bye, Catherine. Where did Catherine go? I didn't see the goodbye. Did I miss it? Oh, goodbye, Catherine. Oh, nice. Pencil pouch. See, now that I say that I can't listen to music, I have a song stuck in my head and I want to play it, and I can't. This is partially why there's a tiny part of me that thinks about switching over to Twitch for my live streams, because I'm pretty sure with Twitch you can play music that's copyrighted. I'm pretty sure you can, and that makes it so tempting. The only thing is my audience is over here, and I don't know. I don't know what the logistics would be. You can link your Twitch account. Oh, like Twitch with YouTube? You can link the two together? Because that would be awesome. Like, that would be really awesome. I don't know. It's something I've been tempted to do. And then I could do video game stream. Okay, no, I'm getting distracted. You guys right. Like, I'm talking to myself. Right, girl, right. It's fun like that. You can play copyrighted music and they will just mute the songs in the playback. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. That's really tempting. Just for the music, it's really tempting. have a note in here from myself that I have too many scenes where characters are sitting and drinking tea. But can you really have a scene, too many scenes that involve characters sitting and drinking tea? I don't know about that, past self. I don't know about that. Oh, I see what you mean, Apple Tree. So with a link, okay. If you could drop Twitch link so you can follow. Oh, I see what you mean. So have the link over here. Yep. I just had the longest conversation with my dad about. Oop. Well, best be writing out. Agreed. Agreed. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Apple Trees. I will save your name so I don't forget that. I appreciate that. I'm just going to put you over in my manuscript until I... You guys crack me up. Yes, thank you for your help, Apple Trees, though. That is really good to know that I've got a Twitch resource out there. We got about 10 minutes left, guys. So if you need to take a breather, no judgment at all. But if you want to keep writing, keep writing. about 5 minutes left. Carrie, hi! I don't have long, but I'm popping in to cheer you on. You can do it. Thank you, Carrie. Good to see you. Apatree says, no problem. I don't mind helping. And Wendy says, bye, guys. I've got to get going. It's been fun. It's been fun having you. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good evening. And if you are just joining us, we have 5 minutes left in this sprint, and we are just writing. In my case, I am reading over something really demented that I was really proud of when I wrote it at the time, and I'm still proud of it. I'm just realizing in hindsight how demented it was. So